Hello and welcome to Loud Women. I'm your host, Piney Gir, and I'm so glad you're here with me this month. I have a very special guest today. It's Krista Muir. She is an amazing multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, all-out fabulous DIY chick, Krista Muir, and she's going to do a little takeover of the show, the second half, play us a few of her favorite songs and talk us through why she picked them. And also a little bit of music from her and some of her bands and projects she's had over the years. So stay tuned for that. But first up is Sudan Archives with Come My Way.
I can't jump high, but I hear all the notes. I can't be you, no. I can't be you, but I can be true, I want to be friends. I want to be friends till time ends, yes.
It's clear to me we got the mind to slow this slide to Babylon. It's hesitation we can't afford unless we secretly long for ruin. Keep your eye on the middle of the wall. Destroy it all. Too hard to just be softer and cry for another's pain. Try to remember nothing needs to change. It's hesitation. night only, it's clear to me. We got the mind to slow this slide to Babylon. It's hesitation we can't afford unless we secretly long for ruin. Do we secretly long for ruin? 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 Do we secretly
Ah, gotta love the new single there from Jonah's Policewoman with Long for Ruin. And I have a little chanteuse lined up for you next. Françoise Hardy, of course, sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago in June. And she was such a legend, such a chic, stylish, beautiful chanteuse. I just want to celebrate her. So this is Etonnez-moi, Benoit. Enjoy.
Étonnez-moi, Benoit, marcher sur les mains, avaler des pommes de pin, Benoit, des abricots et des pois, et des lames de rasoir. Étonnez-moi. Étonnez-moi, Benoit, faites la grande roue, le grand méchant loup, Benoit, faites le grand fou, faites les yeux doux, étonnez-moi. Étonnez-moi, car de vous à moi, cela ne peut pas durer comme ça, car de vous à moi, c'est fou ce qu'on s'ennuie ici. Étonnez-moi, Benoit, coupez-vous les oreilles, mangez 2 ou 3 abeilles, Benoit, faites-moi le grand soleil, faites sonner le réveil, étonnez-moi. Étonnez-moi, Benoit, jouez du pipeau, accrochez-vous au rideau, Benoit, attrapez-moi au lasso, et jouons au rodéo, étonnez-moi. Étonnez-moi, car de vous à moi, cela ne peut pas durer comme ça, car de vous à moi, c'est fou ce qu'on s'ennuie ici.
Tessa Rose Jackson is up next, a collaboration she did with Noon Garden. The song is called The Antidote, and it's a new single. Her brand new EP is due out in October later this year, so this is the first single from that, and I think it's dreamy.
Stranger, dear, where's your
feel? Where's your pleasure? You rate an empty bag. Big eyes, cool trip, the fuse, dance the dark out, sun it back. What is it? Feel the pledge in your pocket, frozen over time. Thick blood cause don't you dare try to block it. Come clear the eyes. We've been here before. Don't you know how to cut the cord? It's a bitter pill, but open it well. Peace before the blast. Nothing good's ever meant to last. When the body knows, that's the antidote. Golden age, break the wave that comes crashing. Play open hand. Don't lean into it, insert softly. At least that's the plan. We've been here before. Don't you know how to cut the cord? It's a bitter pill, but open it well. Peace before the blast. Nothing good's ever meant to last. When the body knows, that's the antidote. More the same. Versus the shock of the new. No room for trial and error. What does it take just to figure it out now? I wish I didn't care as much as I do. I wish I didn't care as much as I do. I wish I didn't care as much. And treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with a roof right over our head. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? I wanna love you and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with a roof right over our heads. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? I'm leaning you up, so I throw my cards on your table. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love I'm feeling? Is this love I'm feeling? Is this love
I love it when an artist does a cover and the cover is so different from the original, you can almost not distinguish it. Did y'all catch what that was a cover of? Probably you knew it was Bob Marley's Is This Love, but it was so different, and I love that. That was by All Made Up. And I've got something kind of cool lined up next. It's Lou Hayter. This song is called Stop the Rain. And Lou Hayter is comes from the fashion world. So she's very much a musician, a DJ, a musical director. And she's done a bunch of collabs with Chanel, Miu Miu, Chloe, Paul Smith, and done bits and bobs for Cannes Film Festival and even collaborated with Damien Hirst. So she's kind of got this arty, glitterati thing about her, and I think you'll hear it. Check it out.
Just yesterday you slipped away from me without so much as one word of goodbye. You packed the sunshine in your big old suitcase. Now only the rain fills the sky. Ooh, you were mine, but suddenly the change. Wish that I could find a way to stop the rain. Stop the rain. Wish that I could stop the rain. Stop the rain. I thought that everything was going fine, but I was blind, blind as a man can be. I took for granted what you tried hard to give, and now the rain is all I can see. Ooh, you were mine, but that was yesterday. Wish that I could find a way to stop the rain. Stop the rain. Wish that I could stop the rain. Stop the rain. Never too much. No, it's never too much. Spend a little more just because. Never too much. No, it's never too much. Yeah, you know the price going up. Add another fit to the closet. Another long night when you want it. It's never too much. No, it's never too much. Cause you only live once. Yeah, I do it big like it's Texas. Flexing, I've been stacking like Tetris. Blessings when I look at my reflection. Cause I'm living off the fruit of my investment. Take a little detour after Dior. Don't know what I need, but I know I need more. Let's be on mute, they ain't making no noise. We can back to that, cause you know I'm good for it. Yeah, life good, live it up. I don't want no regrets when it's said and done. Real talk, you can tell me, baby, what you want. But I ain't putting nothing past, you know it's all love. Never too much, no, it's never too much. Spend a little more just because. Never too much, no, it's never too much. Yeah, you know the price going up. Add another fit to the closet. Another long night when you want it. It's never too much. No, it's never too much. Cause you only live once.
I was betting on myself, had to roll that dice. I came so far that I can't believe. All these little boys wanna be like Mike. And all these little girls wanna be like me. If they don't like me, tell them stay la vie. I got girls in the bay that don't play about me. Shout out my women that be winning, flipping bags and about their business. Every morning when she wake up, she be like, girl, get it. Baby girl, she be bout that bag. Price going up, better add that tax. Long box braids, better catch that tan. Big blessings, I'ma count these bands.
Never too much. No, it's never too much. Spend a little more just because. Never too much. No, it's never too much. Yeah, you know the price going up. Add another fit to the closet. Another long night when you want it. It's never too much. No, it's never too much. Cause you only live once.
I think that should be the feel-good hit of the summer. That was Only Live Once by Lebra Jolie featuring Saweetie. And I've got a loud woman favorite queued up next. It's Lambrini Girlz with God's Country.
Country back, flag shaggers, Maggie Thatcher. restore the silence. On a fault line, I'll be right on the wrong side. But from the twilight, I might need you. Don't lose me. Feels like the light just passes through me. In this never-ending movie, I flicker and feel for you. And I can't breathe. Whenever we talk, we're stuck in too deep. Caught up in a bad dream, trying to reach for you. Try to reach, try to reach, try to reach for you. I'm moving, you retreat, it's a thing we do. Try to reach, but I can't reach you. Try to reach, try to reach, try to reach for you. I'm moving, you retreat, it's a thing we do. Try to reach, but I can't reach you. Don't lose me. Feels like the light just passes through me. In this never-ending movie, I flicker and feel for you. And I can't breathe. Whenever we talk, we're stuck in too deep. Caught up in a bad dream, trying to reach for you. I'm trying to reach for you.
2D by Morgan Harper-Jones there. Really good stuff. And next up, I have a track by Lil Ol' Me. It's called The Seventh Dial, and I'm just really proud of it. I had the opportunity to be a guest on an NPR show called The Great American Folk Show. And I'm a lover of NPR. I listen to a bunch of their podcasts, so it was a real honor to be invited to take part. And it's already TX'd on the radio over there, but it isn't yet live on NPR podcasts. I hope it will go live soon, so check it out. It's a really good show as well. It's got lots of music, some you've heard of, some you haven't, and it's all good. So check it out, and this is Seventh Dial.
The needle's eye versus a rich man's name. Sowing seeds for wine. Be the grape or the grave. Wear my shoes and walk a mile. You'll find me by the seventh dial. You think you are in trouble for a bootless crime. A double deal with heaven. Was it before your time? Wear my shoes and walk a mile. You'll find me by the seven. Here's the rain again. No matter what has been. Here's the rain again. Can you see me? Can you see me now?
play, but twilight her glow. Make way for the dark to set asunder, our city by the ashes overthrow. Oh, it's a bad idea. Back then, it was only but a sentence. Shadow boy in the falling of an oak. How quick we falsified the promise to take tomorrow out on low. Oh, it's a bad idea. Oh, it's a bad idea. Oh, it's a bad idea, and it's all catching up to us now. But we hand you the magic, and we thought, flick the light, and we gather up the kindling for our first firefly. On the roof as the flames lick higher. So say, come and spark up the forest.
Bad Idea by Vera Sola. I think she sounds so timeless, like she could be from the 20s or the 40s or the 60s or the noughties of now, and that's truly from now, but I love that she could just be from anywhere and any time, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. And next up is Gretel with the song called Far Out. This is her new single, which was co-produced by Mira Massa, who I love, so let's hear it.
I live fear I'm tender, no way around it. Take me to a river, yeah. You swim right out. Got to me then. Are you jumping in? I made a big splash, but you're so far out. You're so far out. You're so far out. You're so far out. Oh, make it up to me. I'm placed in nature. Give it up to me.
gods, throwing out their lightning rods. Wow, we're in the same city, we're both relatively pretty. We're both single, under 50, must be Kismet. So kiss me, woo, mwah, 2, 3. Let's unravel all the thread, let's see how it's gonna end. All the pieces seem to fit, it's beautiful, it's bliss. We like music, we like movies, we like dancing, we like whiskey. We're so similar, it's freaky, must be Kismet. So kiss me, woo, 1, 2, 3. It's all in the cosmic plan, holding hands, it's out of our hands. Throw the dice, see where it lands. Let's just roll with it, roll with it. Oh my God, it's meant to be, and you just ran right into me. No bumble, just organically. What is this, 1993? Must be Kismet, so kiss me, woo, mwah. Ooh, I keep on running into you. I live on your street. What are the chances? The chances I keep running into you. It's like I'm meant to be with you. It's Kismet, baby. Something so drastic, it's magic, like I'm supposed to be with you. It's serendipity, it's special, baby. It's a miracle, it's magic, baby. It's serendipity, it's special, baby. It's a miracle, it's magic, baby. Ooh, I keep on running into you. I live on your street. What are the chances? The chances I keep running into you. Ooh, it's like I'm meant to be with you. It's Kismet, baby. Something so drastic, it's magic, like I'm supposed to be with you.
The Beaches with Kismet there, celebrating their new album, Blame My Ex. That was one of their leading singles. They are currently touring. You can see them at Reading Leeds Festival. They're also doing a show in end of August at Kentish Town Forum. It is sold out, so you might have to, I don't know, God forbid, pay a scalper if you really want to go. Or maybe you could go to one of their many gigs they're doing around Europe, Canada, or America. Treat yourself to a musical vacation. And next up, I have Elizabeth M. Drummond with her new single, Clowns. It's really gorgeous. It reminds me a little bit of maybe classic Paul Simon kind of songwriting. It's gorgeous, and I think you're gonna love it. Here goes.
So thought it would be a miss. Didn't think it would end like this. I'm taking off down the road. Gonna get a bit lonely, pissed. Walk into someone's yard. Gonna find myself a little friend. 4 legs and a big old head. I'll keep him until the end. Goodbye to all you clowns. I'm gonna walk myself out now. Why? I just feel like it. I've gotta leave and run with it. All of them are on a boat, checking out each other's tents, diving into the ocean without a ladder to climb back in. I've been looking at other girls, wondering how they have the time, and wishing I could have the things I really want in life. Goodbye to all you clowns. Gonna walk myself out now. Why? I just feel like it. I've gotta leave and run with it. And we all just eyes buzz around some stale denial, and your expression lies in the ways you've always died. Goodbye to all you clowns. Elaine Benson is an old woman who has chronic low back pain from degenerative disc disease. She injured her back 4 years ago and is unable to work again. She worked off on Minnesota at the post, 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 at the Elaine Benson and her back problem. She worked at the office of the post office order while she ate cold milk, and she never had time to eat her guy with a burp and a sigh. Four operations on her back, and her doctor had a heart attack. So she takes anti-tractally, 3 tablets and 6 tablets, 9 tablets, 12 tablets, 80 tablets, 1821. She is not clinically depressed, but she eats big cannolis and And now Elaine Benson is Mrs. Depression eating cannolis only. Getting groceries is difficult. She's always concerned about money. Overall, things seem quite sunny.
That was Wild Girl Soup with the song Elaine Benson. And our very special guest, Krista Muir, is here today. I did a little Q&A with her because we're in different time zones. She's in Canada and I'm here in the UK. I kind of sent her a list of questions and then she asked herself the questions. So it's a bit of a interview with oneself. I think she did a really good job, and she's such a fascinating woman. She's been making music for 25 years, and she's got such a great personality, which really shines through her music. And she's done a special playlist for us with a mixture of styles and genres that I think you're going to really enjoy. So take it away, Krista.
A few things happen in your life to shape your path to music. I'd like to think I came out singing, but I did have an umbilical cord around my neck, so I think that came later. But, sorry, that's a bit dark. But yes, some of my earliest memories involve a piano, actually. I was always into being, I think, a bit of a bold, curious child, because apparently I had a little glockenspiel I used to play when I was maybe 2 or so. And at one point I decided it would be cool to try the little mallet on the spinet piano. And I proceeded to like run the mallet up and down, I remember. And basically breaking the end off, like chipping every single ivory key on that piano. So I made my mark at a young age on piano, literally, and took it from there. I do remember getting into quite a bit of trouble after that little incident, and eventually they moved me into violin lessons, although the damage was already done to the piano. Did you always know you were a songwriter, or did that come a bit later? I took a DNA test recently, and it came back 99% songwriter. So I think it's in my genes. It seems to be anyways. I don't know what that 1% is. Maybe Scottish? I know that's songwriter as well. Anyways, jokes aside, I don't think I ever knew that I was a songwriter. Consciously, I think I loved poetry so much, and I started writing poetry at such a young age and rewriting lyrics to songs that I loved, eventually my own songs. It was always very natural. Improvising with my sister, we had this little boombox recorder thing, and we'd make up songs. So, yeah, it was definitely there right from the start. And I just want to share with you this one story because it kind of encapsulates, I don't know, part of my life as being this strange circle around music. One of my earliest little pieces that I wrote was on piano. It was a very haunting little melody. Maybe I'll find it and play it here. And it's only less than a minute. But it was just something I made up. I remember there was this dark night. Often I would go down and play the piano at night. Not too late, but when everyone was kind of in their room, so I felt like I have privacy, and I'd kind of go into my own world. And I remember at night, or when people are away or whatever, I would just play this in the dark always. And it was a little round on the piano. And I thought nothing of it. And I was probably 9 or 10. It was a very short little simple piece. But flash forward to 2012, I was commissioned to write a mini operetta for this interactive design group, Daily Tous les Jours. And it was so cool that finally this little piece had a home, because I realized as I was composing for this operetta that that's the exact piece that needed to be part of this. There was, I think, 7 pieces I wrote. And it was perfect. What's your process when recording? Do you collaborate with other people all in one room? Do you ever work with other musicians remotely? Or do you do everything yourself? I love the recording process. So for me, I've done everything from solo recording and doing everything in my little home studio to going into, Banff Center for the Arts with a house band that were incredible. and recording live off the floor with them. That was so fun. I've only done that a few times. I did that as well when I was a teenager with a friend who had a 4-track, and my all-girl band, Wild Girl Soup, which I'll try and dredge up a song for you, because it was pretty fun in the 90s. We recorded just a 4-track, and that was live off the floor as well with a few overdub vocals. But I love so many different methods of recording, from, high-end whatever to complete gritty out there. I've recorded on the train at one point. I added stuff for my last EP. While on the train, I wanted to hear the sound of the train, so I just kind of mic'd it as it was en route between cities. And also I have a musical pen pal, Fran Ashcroft, who is in the UK, and we started collaborating during the pandemic, where I would just send a song and he would add some ripping guitar or something and send it back, and then I would mix it. And because I play so many different instruments and have so many different styles, each piece is different. Sometimes I'll start with the ukulele, sometimes I'll start with the drums, sometimes I'll know it's an acoustic song, so I'll just do a scratch, track of just vocals and say one instrument, and that may end up being all it is, or I'll be layering until it's like 24 tracks. But I really do love the mixing process specifically. I love mixing and editing, even though can be very painstaking, especially if you're like me and you love multiple harmonies, like 8 voices with some effects, and then you have to do all sorts of fancy little edits. But it's just, there's something so satisfying about it. When you record, is it always in the same place, or do you change that up? Have you worked with producers? If so, what's your process to select someone like a producer? In terms of producers, I have long been either co-producing or producing all of my own music. But I have worked with several producers co-producing. But I feel like I didn't really choose them. They kind of just came to me in these ways that through the music community, I wasn't actively seeking them. It kind of unfolded as it went along. This is such an amazing question for me, Piney, because now I'm thinking back to the recording process and my experience with it and my exposure to it. And you know what? It started so early on. I remember, other than having the boombox and recording stuff when I was like 9 or 10, I do remember my dad had a reel-to-reel recorder from the lab he worked at Queen's University that I used to play with, and it had this tiny little microphone attached to it. It was so cool, but it was only one reel and it was quite short, so you have to keep re-recording over it. But wouldn't it be cool if that still existed somewhere? I'm sure it's so long gone. But I guess initially I was actually pretty into it. I remember taking it around the house and just recording in different places. And then flash forward to recording, I guess, CFRC radio. They brought us in to do some interviews and live recording with Pat Shanks, who was a fan of my all-girl band Wild Girl Soup. And he's the one that ended up recording us on his 4-track that he brought over to my friend Rebecca's mom's place, where we jammed in her basement. And it was so fun. I guess maybe the recording bug got into me then and I didn't even realize it. Because a few years later, when I was at McGill, my roommate Rena Thompson, who has a management company and production company in Montreal, she and I must have been 19 or 20 at the most. And she somehow got her hands, or she had a 4-track, a different type of digital 4-track recorder that we experimented with as well. So now I'm just piecing it all together. It's always been there. And then, I moved to Toronto at one point and recorded live to Dat with a musician named Carl Moore. And then the Fembots, we co-produced a couple things together. My Hose Music album and my Leave a Light album. We met at a show that we both played at, and they had just gotten some amazing royalty money that they put into their studio and invited me to play and record my album for free, because they're like, do you have a record? You should have a record. And I'm like, that's great. I have music. I have an album. I guess we could record it. And that was it. I mean, from there, it just grew, and I worked with different people that I met through the live music scene. I worked with Howard Billerman. I did a recording workshop with him at Hotel de Tango. And then he brought in Steve Albini at one point. We did a recording workshop there, a bunch of us. and him. So just very, I guess always, I didn't realize it, but always very curious about it and willing to experiment. And yeah, I bought, Pro Tools, M-Box when I was, I don't know, my early 20s, 21, 22. And, oh no, maybe a bit older, at 23. Anyway, yeah, sorry. I'm rambling a bit because I'm just kind of traveling through so many decades now, over 2 decades, and kind of piecing it all together. It's so interesting, like each producer, of course, has their different approach, but for me, it was always about comfort. I wanted to feel so comfortable with the person to the point where I didn't really think about them being there. And also so that they felt comfortable enough to just kind of, I don't know, all these people that I worked with, like the Fembots, Terrence Bernardo, Jace Lassick, Eric San, who's my friend Kid Koala, who helped put my alter ego on the map by inviting us to tour in 2003. We did like 70 or 80 shows in North America and Europe. So he produced a few songs that he brought me in on and did a few remixes. Pierre Krug, who did the Between Atoms remix. So yeah, all these, and of course, Shane Watt, my partner for many years. We worked on Accidental Railway together and Guten Tag Gemini. So yeah, I guess I haven't really had a selection process per se. It's kind of like, yeah, we just have some kind of good chemistry or synergy and enjoy the music and their methods, and so then match up in that way to work together. From the outside looking in, you appear to be a DIY girl, through and through, and you have a very unique aesthetic that's very artsy and cool. Do you ever work with other people regarding your aesthetic, or do you have complete control? Is that a deliberate choice or a necessity with the way the music biz is these days? I've been DIY since I was a wee child, never waiting for things to manifest, just manifesting them myself. And I have a huge love of costume and fashion, design, music, theater, dance. So I'm a multimedia artist at heart. And because of this, often I'm a very visual person. So yeah, with my stage presence, with the different acts that I have, different bands, there's usually a look. People that play with me know that they're going to end up in a costume. That's kind of part of the deal. And that's also the type of people that I attract, that are excited to dress up and perform and be theatrical. So there's that. And yeah, I love making videos as well. So there's a lot of art direction there. I have brought in some amazing collaborators over the years. Louisa Shabbos art directed a few of the music videos and the Swirl Bizarro cabarets that I would host and program that were incredible. They brought in, visual artists. I had beautiful posters. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their style. So every year, the Swirl Bizarros, for example, it would change a little bit in terms of the aesthetic and the theme. But ultimately, I really value having control over my image. I can't go into too many details, but I have been approached by some managers that wanted to completely change my, quote, image. This was back when I was, pretty fresh, but even then I knew that that's not what I wanted to do. And so hence doing most of it on my own, so I don't have to give over that creative control and have to bend to any trends or whims of other people. It's really crucial for me to maintain my integrity and enjoy doing what I do. You've been releasing music for a while. Your first album came out in 1999. How have the logistics of being an artist changed in the last 25 years? Oh my God, 25 years. And has that affected how you work? What are the pluses and minuses regarding the changes and resources that musicians have now? In terms of the world of physical music, I was putting out CDs and cassettes and 7 inches, but I'm lost in the sea of digital. To be honest, I didn't evolve very gracefully into the new tech, and I find it very frustrating. I don't even understand how Spotify works still. I can't get into some of my accounts. There's just ridiculous things. And, some things appear on Instagram that I can add of my music, and some albums for some reason aren't there. There's just all these little question marks now. I feel like there's a million question marks. which is kind of anxiety-inducing. So I feel like my anxiety levels have definitely grown over the last 25 years with regards to not the technology of recording, but the social media realm and the digitization of music. It's a cacophony. I find it very overwhelming. And in some ways I feel like I'm making less music and playing music a lot less, like because of all the overwhelming and not being able to maybe parcel out my time very well in terms of social media, as I'm still doing everything DIY style and on my own. I do think it's been time for like, a personal revolution in terms of getting together and working as a collective with others. But because of health issues and COVID and everything, I just became a lot more isolated, I would say, and retreated a bit, and have done, fewer live shows, which is where I used to connect and make these networks and grow the networks and support other artists as they supported myself, and growing the audiences. The audiences are so important, and now I'm finding it's more challenging to reach audiences in the way that I'd like to, effectively and with joy. It just feels like a task. It never felt like a task before, and there's been a shift for me there. I will say though that I love having my musical pen pal friendship with Fran, and that would not have been possible in the same way, I would say. And I also, you can go down amazing rabbit holes. There's so much available. Like when I released Lettres, which I'll play later, that was around analog letter writing culture, and I, did some searches and discovered all these different snail mail and letter writing groups around the world. And so there's all these networks, and it's kind of, that part is brilliant and beautiful. I find that all these networks are out there. It's just finding the ones that really align and invigorate you without getting burnt out on, as I do, being someone that has so many interests and so many streams of media and arts and culture. I find it hard sometimes to focus, and I think that's the important part right now, is finding your focal points. It's getting specific and local, and that's how we survive, I think. I'm aware my current approach isn't sustainable, but music will always sustain me, and that's what propels me forward. What are you moving towards? Hopefully nothing scary. What's next for you? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Toot your horn. Toot, toot. Let the loud women listeners know what you have coming up. Things that are coming up for me this summer, 2024, I have 2 residencies, one at the Baby Grand Theatre and one on Toronto Island at the Gibraltar Point Artscape. And I plan on going through over 800 voice memos in my phone and finally making some comedic sense of them. There are snippets of songs and musical theater ideas, jokes, health issues, inspirational quotes that have been misheard, just a whole bunch of different things, dreams, or rather nightmares. So I'm going to go through the material and I guess kind of categorize it and ultimately come up with material for a 15-minute stand-up routine. Terrified and excited. Never intentionally tried to be funny. Huge challenge. And also there's an album in there as well. And then in addition, Wild Girl Soup, the cassette tape we put out in 1994, I want to digitize it and or maybe use AI to separate it and remix it and maybe harmonize with my 19-year-old self. So that's what I've got on the go. Check out my website, and I would love to send you a postcard. So anyone that writes into Loud Women that wants a postcard, send me your address, P.O. Box, and I will send you a letter. Toot toot, thank you for letting me toot my horn on Loud Women today. It's been a while since I've been on air at all, so it's really lovely to know that there's a community out there tuning in and turning it up.
Ain't got no troubles in my life, no foolish dreams to make me cry. I'm never frightened or worried. I know I'll always get by. I heat up, I cool down. When something gets in my way, I go around it. Don't let life get me down. Gonna take it the way that I found it, y'all. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. Yeah. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. They say that life is a circle, but that ain't the way that I found it. Gonna move in a straight line, keeping my feet planted firmly on the ground. I heat up, I cool down. I got words in my head, so I say them. That line, get me down. Catch a hold of my blues and just play them. 'Cause y'all, I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. Yes, I do down in my bones. I got the music in me. Sure enough, got it in me. I got the music in me. Feel funky, feel real good, y'all. I'm gonna tell it all through the neighborhood, yeah. Gonna fly like a bird on the wing. Hold on to your hat, honey. Sing, 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 sing. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. Hey, 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 yeah. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music. Pretty, 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 pretty music. I got the music in me. Yeah.
Μια γιορτή ήρθε σαν τις άλλες, μια γιορτή με τη χαρά. Στην αυλή σου τραγουδάνε δυο χρυσά πουλιά. Στα δρομάκια παίζουν πάλι τα μικρά παιδιά. Στα δρομάκια παίζουν πάλι τα μικρά παιδιά. Σήμερα γιορτάζει όλη η γη, με πουλιά θα στείλω μια ευχή. Στην καρδιά χρόνια σου πολλά. Σήμερα γιορτάζει όλη η γη, με πουλιά θα στείλω μια ευχή. Στην καρδιά χρόνια σου πολλά. Χρόνια σου πολλά. Χρόνια σου πολλά. Μια γιορτή ήρθε σαν τις άλλες, μια γιορτή με τη χαρά.
That was Esmeray, an Afro-Turkish singer from Istanbul, with the song Ayrılık olsa bile from 1974. And that was the best quality recorded version I could find. So if anyone out there knows where I can get a clearer version, please let me know. I will buy several copies. That song, yeah, I was introduced to it several years ago, and it quickly became what I would say an old friend. Every now and then it just pops into my head, and I'm like, I have to listen to it. So I wanted to share that with you. Before that, we traveled to Greece with Popi Asteriadi with the track A Celebration from Another Sunday Gone, which was a collaboration with Lakis Pappas, released in 2006. But to me, it sounds like it's from a completely other time. At the same time, it kind of sounds like it floats in space and it doesn't even exist in time, which I find incredible. I was turned on to this album by a friend from the Cormoranos group, who are a nonprofit arts collective primarily made up of visual artists based in Athens, Greece. They produce concerts. Back in the day, they were much more active. They've kind of disbanded now, I believe. But they were amazing. They brought underground artists, primarily musicians from around the world, to Athens to play, and I was invited. My alter ego, later Hosen Lucille, got to play there in Athens for the first time in 2004 or 5, I believe, and we became fast friends, bonding over Kids in the Hall and other things. And and actually Piney and I are connected because of Stefanos Rokos, who's from this group Cormoranos. We both recorded songs for a project of his, and I really hope to meet you in person one day, Piney. Till then, the first track we heard was I've Got the Music in Me by Thelma Houston. Well, it was her interpretation, and featuring Pressure Cooker. And this was a special song because apparently it became a benchmark vinyl recording for audiophiles because it was recorded. It was like the first recorded direct to disc by this place, recording label Sheffield Lab. Anyways, I looked that up today. I was like, what? That's so cool. And it was released in my birth year, so no wonder it's a theme song to my life. And now we're going to delve into some tracks of bands that I had the pleasure of opening for in Montreal back in the early 2000s.
You took the bomb.
Every day, I can see your
It's not easy to play the part when you eat bean burritos and you have to. It's not easy to look real good when there's gum in your hair and it's stuck to wood, and the wood is in your boss's backyard at the company picnic, but you just got fired. It's not easy to take off that coat with the zipper zipped up, buttons at the throat. To bake and shake when you've got the kid and you're on the make. It's so easy when you're so blasé and you're writing a song. You want them to play and they play the song wherever you go, and you shake your big booty and they cut up the flow.
Yeah, I need a big booty, piss on me just like J-Lo showed up in the movie. If you're feeling me, then I guess we can do it. G now T-Bone take us out. Yeah.
Ich möchte, dass du bei mir schläfst und mich morgen verlässt.
Way, that was Stereo Total with Ich liebe dich, Alexander. I love them so much. I had the pleasure of opening up for them as Lederhosen Lusel way back when I had recorded and released Tales from the Pantry in 2003. And that track you heard before was Best Dishwasher I Ever Had by Lederhosen Lusel. I would have played that song at the shows with Stereo Total, who I was gutted to hear about Françoise Cactus's passing a few years ago. And but they made so much incredible music together, and they were so fun to watch live. Watching a drummer sing and a singer drum, I don't know, there's nothing like it. And before that, yeah, Best Dishwasher I Ever Had. And the first track, of course, was Le Tigre with Decepticon. My 19-year-old self would have been shocked that my early 20s self got to share a stage with her and meet her and her band. Anything that Kathleen Hanna worked on, I mean, we were huge fans, my friends and I, of the Riot Girl scene and Bikini Kill especially, of course. And that documentary, have you seen it? The Punk Singer? Anyways, so many things swirling around. But now we're going to go into the world of Lederhosen Lusel's Cabaret Soirée Bizarro, and you're going to hear a couple tracks from underground bands that played at these cabarets in Montreal in the early 2000s.
There are many kinds of minds, many different kinds of minds, but mine is the mind. Shatterproof mind, shatterproof mind. Mine is the mind. Chicory mind, pokery mind. Mine is the mind. Shatterproof mind, shatterproof mind. I've got dirty nails and I am scratching at your back door. I've got dirty nails and I am bumping at your bedroom door. I want a slice of your life, slice, slice. I want a slice of your life, slice, slice. I want a slice of your life, slice, slice. I want a slice of your life, slice, slice. I've got dirty nails and I am scratching at your back door. I've got dirty nails and I am thumping at your bedroom door. I've got dirty nails and I am scratching at your door.
Je me suis souvenu ce matin que je n'étais qu'une blanche. Pas de froufrou, pas de trempette.
Il me dit, viens, viens glisser entre mes cuisses. Mais Louis, attends Louis, mes cuisses glisse, 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 glisse. Mais pourquoi moi qui veux être si belle et propre?
Je suis une planche électronique, aérobique, athlétique, aérodynamique, bionique, gin tonique, rythmique,
Zirconien cubique,
plein de statique. Tous les lendemains je me sens triste, mes cuisses doivent s'écarteler et je dois passer l'aspirateur.
c'est une planche.
Je suis une planche électronique, aérobique, athlétique, aérodynamique, bionique, gin tonique, rythmique,
Zirconien cubique,
plein de statique. Je suis une planche, 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 planche.
c'est une planche, c'est une planche.
Je suis une planche, 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 planche.
C'est une planche, c'est une planche.
Mais une chose est certaine, je serai toujours une planche souriante.
stay in school.
Four chansons from Turtle Island. That one was Letter Lettre, my latest release with Les Chouettes, my musical pen pal band that formed during the pandemic and that continues to release bilingual pop, psych, kind of rock music. And before that, we heard the Garys, Bury Me With My Money. This is a band out of Saskatoon, a three-sister band. They're incredible. My friend sent me their vinyl, and it was one of the best discoveries for me last year. This one, I believe, is from 2021. The Garys with Bury Me With My Money. Before that, we had two tracks that were from bands that performed at Soirée Bizarros in the early 2000s in Montreal. These bilingual, well, multilingual really, cabarets that I put on that included artists, puppeteers, musicians, activists, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Montreal, man, it's a great place. Anyways, so we heard Je suis une planche, Geneviève et Mathieu. I met them through the French radio scene as well, and we were connected over because of a keyboard. It was so funny. I heard their album, like, wait a minute, I've got that PSR 180, Yamaha Portasound, like basically a kid's toy. And Geneviève and I both used it, and we had a good giggle, and I was like, that's the exact, I use those elephant samples as well. Before that, we heard Pony de Look with Dirty Nails, and this was an incredible band out of Toronto, four-piece band that put out several albums. I helped release that last one we heard. That was in 2001, I believe. Was it 2001 or 2? Oh my gosh. Time. And they're such a fun band live and recorded too. So that was a little treat for you. Underground Sounds. And what do we have next? Yes. So now we're going to time travel from 2001 Pony de Look to 1960s Toronto. We're going to listen to a Jackie Shane track. I was just introduced to Jackie Shane through the documentary. Any Other Way, the Jackie Shane story that came out at Hot Docs this year. And on the website it says here, I mean, the story's amazing, the music's incredible, and you'll hear her voice, and where is it? So it says here, recognized by genre aficionados as one of the greatest singers and most riveting stage presences in soul music, Jackie Shane has remained largely unknown outside Toronto, where her career briefly flowered in the 1960s. Ms. Shane is a star without parallel, a pioneer of transgender rights, living her entire life as a woman at a time when to do so seemed unthinkable.
And you say that you're my friend, but I know why you're here. She wants to know how I feel. Tell her that I'm happy. Tell her that I'm gay. Tell her I wouldn't have it any other way. Broken heart. But when you see my baby, here's what you say. Tell her I wouldn't have it any other way. That's all I got to say, my friend. Now we'd better say goodbye. I think you'd better go right now, or you might see me cry. But when you see my baby, this is what you say. Tell her I wouldn't have it any other way. No other way. I wouldn't have it, baby. No other way. I just won't have it.
Yes, Shonen Knife with Tortoise brand pot scrubbing cleaners theme. I love the absurd, and this band, Shonen Knaifu, literally translates as boy knife, the all-female Japanese pop-punk band that formed in Osaka, Japan in 81. This track was from 1983 and was always a favorite. My all-girl band, Wild Girl Soup, covered their song Flying Jelly Attack back in the 90s, and I finally got to see them play at a Pop Montreal festival several years ago, and they are incredible, and my teenage self came out and was singing along, screaming along with their live set. Before that, we had another Japanese artist, Maki Asakawa, a jazz and blues singer, lyricist, and composer, also music producer. And that track was Kona Funi Sugite Iku no Nora from 1973. A friend turned me on to this song, and I just couldn't stop playing along with the bass line. So for the bassists out there, I highly recommend it. And delving into her history, I'm very curious to learn more. And before that, we had Jackie Shane with Any Other Way. Now, one thing I noticed in sifting through and selecting these songs for the show was that I'm drawn to unique voices, strong voices, playful voices, and with rare exception, prefer raw vocals in the sense that you can really hear the person's voice. Unmodified, unauto-tuned. Yes, I love like reverb and these types of effects, but I'm a fan of the color of voices, and I feel like auto-tuning just takes that away. And it can, it has its place. But anyway, that's my 2 bits. I've had my own battles with engineers over the years, and I'm thinking, maybe that's why I tend to record on my own or with people who are like-minded in terms of their approach to recording and preserving natural qualities that I just find so exciting. So, yeah, I guess I'd say the overarching theme of my playlist is my love of unique, strong, and playful voices. Loud women. Thank you for having me. Piney Gir, I will meet you in person one day, and we'll have some laughs. And I think we're going to go out with Leave a Light. This is a song I wrote when I was quite ill on a tour, actually, and from a hotel room, and it has carried me through many, many years. This was 2007 when I put it out, but I often play it. It's still a refrain, and it's, like I said, it's carried me through many, many difficult times. I had severe endometriosis that actually stopped me from touring around the time I wrote the song, touring actively, and hence I kind of retreated to the recording studio a bit more and toured less. Even though I loved live performance, I had to switch gears. It's much better now after surgeries and all these things, but as we all know, life gets in the way, health gets in the way, and then you have to shift everything. Well, not everything, but things just have to change. So this is a mantra song, and I really hope you enjoy it. It's meant a lot to me, and I hope it'll carry you on your way too.
You say everything is gonna be alright. Is it gonna be alright? Are we living in the sea? I think realism just might kill me. So I'm living in a dream world, and I'm staying up all night. And I leave a light, and you leave a light, and I hope that we will live lives that are illuminating. And I leave a light, and you leave a light, and I hope that we will live lives that are illuminating. to living in the sea. I think my dream world might kill me, looking for the reality, but it's not as bright. And I leave